It's
You know,
time to
we-
eat.
It's time to
We can
eat.
definitely
Yes.
say with
Yeah.
motherhood comes that mentality of hori, snap, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Automatically.
You grow before time. So I'm 23, but I don't feel 23.
That's true.
I don't feel like I'm 20. I don't feel like I have the essence of my youth. I feel like it's been robbed. So
Talking about you being robbed, what would you say to, let's say maybe to those who wish to be young mothers? Given that some people would go, I want to be a young mother, what would you then? And also, like being financially stable doesn't mean you're ready to have a child. I can give a typical example of you can have children coming from rich homes, then but they are not present emotionally and mentally because the parents are maybe always traveling, always not around. So then it's like, why then have a child when you know you're just gonna be there financially and not be there present in every way possible?
And
And then there we know at the end of the day, it's like the children we have in society, and now there's no self-awareness for the child.
true.
I don't
Therein
know who
lies
my
the
parents
danger.
are.
Yeah.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
now they have everything at home, but then their behavior outside of home is
Is
concerning.
different.
It's very different. It's like
Yeah.
you come from a rich home.
Ha
you
ke a
have
godisa ngwana
everything.
yana. What do you mean?
But how
What
am
do you
I
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I actually want to talk about that because when I started working, the only time I was ever available for my child
Yeah.
Yeah.
was either when I was sick and I was on sick off, or he was sick and he was on sick off.
Yeah, that's tough to navigate because like
Yeah.
you
And that's
want
trauma
to
for
be
you. It's
present
like,
for
I'm
the
not
child.
there for my baby.
And you know, when you talk about that, I'm
Yeah.
like, it's so hard to try and create a future and a path for your child and be present.
And be present 24/7.
I work 8 hours a day. That's 1/3 of my day.
And some parents work.
Hey, man.
How?
That balance,
Do you
hey?
get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like when you talk about your parent being absent, you know, and you think about what
Guys,
it
I
takes.
keep seeing this thing here. Sorry.
I thought you do that. I was like,
I'm going to be transparent with you guys.
Yeah, no, the realness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought the same thing until I started working, and I was like, I understand why
my
parents,
parents are not present
like,
all the time.
yeah, like when a child complains about absence of a parent, what does it stand down to?
I think, yes.
Like, your mom is not there, your dad is not there. They're both working so hard so you have something to show for in the future, so that you have an education. You understand? So the only time they have for you is at 5 o'clock after work.
I think in that aspect, it's like at 5 o'clock after work, you are present.
Yes.
And then there's parents who will prioritize travels throughout. So it's like, in as much as you need to be there for your child financially, but I think also consider the fact that within those travels, who are they left with behind?
That's what I'm
Are
saying.
you
Like,
checking in?
is it
constantly
travels?
at
Is it travels for
least?
like
Leisure?
leisure, or like travels because like some people really be traveling at work?
Yes.
You know what I'm
Because,
saying?
yeah, there's that option they do, yeah.
But
Yeah.
guys, traveling,
so
you can-
crazy.
traveling for work, it's understandable because you're trying to build that future, that
Yeah.
you're trying to secure that education for your child,
But
But
that
that's
legacy
still
and everything else.
That's still absent.
Yeah.
Martina.
That's what I'm saying. That's still absent. So it's like you are securing that financial future, but
Make
what
sure there's
are
a
you saying-
balance.
what are you
Yeah.
saying about the other aspect of the child?
Care about the child's emotions.
Mm.
Show up for them. What's your favorite hobby?
Yeah.
Small
Take them
things
out.
count.
That's
Those
true.
small
Yes.
things count.
Speak on it. You have a lot to say. Speak on it.
Yeah, like
Speak on it.
I'm gonna talk about when I got a job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that she mentioned that, so I felt like my child does not see me. He does not get to experience his mother, and it really brought me down. And so I got this board from Pinterest where it's like you monitor your child's interests.
Sure.
So
interesting.
yeah, so
How
even
did you do that?
I just got a board on Pinterest. So it's
Okay.
like his interests, his developments, like the major developments, which is speech, hearing, what he's kind of interested in, which is like something like music or like bicycles, something,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Capture his
Yeah,
attention
so
as well.
what I did was every time after work, I put down 3 goals, right? And I go through them for the next couple of months. So when it comes to speech, I do repetition. So like I teach him certain things until it sticks to his head. So every day when I get to work, I'm like, "Hi, baby." So now my baby, when he greets me and I'm from work, he's be like, "Hi, baby."
Oh, that's cute.
So
That's
you always look
cute.
forward to that.
Exactly. So, but
That's
what I'm trying to say is the repetition.
Yes.
You know, because also I'd also differentiate like the colors, like that. I'm so cautious about the toys that I give him, so that the kind of development,
educate.
exactly what I'm saying.
It's not just fun and games. It's like I'm learning and
Exactly.
growing at the same time.
Yeah, and also your child deserves an energetic you. Do not come from work and come
There you
with
have
low
it.
energy.
There you
Please.
have it.
Never do that.
I know it sounds very cliche to say
Exactly.
a child deserves
An
the
energetic
best
you.
version
you.
of
It
yourself
does.
as a parent. But please, if you really care about the child's mental health, which is much more important than anything,
Give them that.
give them that.
And also,
Yeah.
when you give that energy, it's like they are open to you to be like, okay, my mom is
Yes,
she's
like
giving me the energy. So he
Una
comes with all the
excited.
energy.
That gives me a thing.
Hey. And also, even your partner deserves that energy too.
That's
Okay.
another thing.
You know what I'm saying?
There's
We're
a lot
talking
of
about
balancing
relationships.
here.
we talk about relationships. We just talk
Yeah.
about your partner deserves gore ga o tswa ko tirong o bo sa tle o le grumpy.
Hello, love.
Mara gore yo ing.
All smile.
You
Yes.
know, yes, you should tell him about your day. Yes, your bosses.
Yes.
But also give that good energy.
But like, yeah, he also deserves
The
some
best version of
kind
yeah.
of, you know, inclusivity of your day, and he just does not want to know about how bad and terrible it was.
Yeah.
The same way your child doesn't want that, your
So
partner
it's
doesn't
like
want
at
it
the end of
too.
the day, in as much as you want to express that behind the scene that pulls you down, you have to try as much as possible to give the happy you.
Yeah, but also I'm not saying don't be distant from your emotions,
You need
because
to be in touch.
yeah, because it seems it comes off that I see the
Yeah,
thing you're
yeah.
talking about.
Again, guys, sorry.
You really need, I think in adulthood you really need to regulate your emotions, dude. You know how you said you really need to focus on your happiness?
Yeah.
It needs to be a priority, because everything and its half is
Yeah.
dedicated to taking it away.
Yes. Because
Understand what
I
I'm
see a
saying?
lot of people saying, my child is my happiness after
Yeah.
giving birth. Sure, your child is your happiness, but there's that inner happiness that makes you full, that makes you
Yeah.
whole.
Forget you.
Do not forget.
So okay, when you're talking about do not forget, of course, before you were a mother,
Yeah.
you definitely had goals.
Yeah.
You definitely had aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
How has that shifted for you?
Career ambitions.
Yeah, everything else. How has it shifted? Is it still intact, or you've had to change a lot of things?
Oh, it fell apart.
Not
I said,
fell apart.
girl, it fell apart.
Okay. Tell us about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was a business person,
Yeah.
and so income was very seasonal. As a business person, you know that income is very seasonal, right?
True.
Tomorrow it's good. Today it's.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm a media
yeah,
person,
yeah.
so I know that very well.
So when you have a baby, their needs are quite consistent.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna need
You have to show
diapers,
up.
you know, they're gonna need
Day in,
diapers.
day out, it
They're
has
Milk.
gonna
to be
need
there.
milk. They're gonna need food. And the other thing is, what I've been battling is over dependence on my parents.
Oh,
So
okay.
I had to find something so stable I don't have to overextend my parents' pockets.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So what I had to do was get a job.
Okay.
Just
Thank-
quickly have to be an adult.
Thank God I had a degree.
Yeah,
got it,
because
yeah.
situations are different.
Exactly.
Also, big ups to you, because in most instances, when girls out there fall pregnant, they decide, let me take a step back from school. But this is a typical example. Wedu shows you, even if you're pregnant, you can still finish your studies. It does
Yeah,
not
you
stop
can.
you.
You can.
Push as hard as you can, because you started with the goal.
Sure.
Get to that goal.
And with the and
Respect
you're-
yourself.
Yeah, don't.
highly.
Highly.
That's
Hey,
the way to go.
honor that goal.
Yeah, you should, and
Yeah.
be committed to it as well. So let me just take you from the business side to having to work in corporate.
Sure.
It was a big adjustment
Yeah.
because I was this shouldn't sound bad.
Yeah. Go on. Go
But
on.
I was getting paid per hour. I
Yeah.
get paid per day.
Yeah.
And I had flexibility of time when I was working for myself. I don't have that now.
It's like you have to be 8 to 5 or
Yes.
whatever time.
You have to adjust.
I had so many connections that I knew could elevate me. Now I'm stuck to a cubicle.
Okay.
So the adjustment.
So you were never planning to be a 9 to 5 girl.
I don't
you just
think so.
wanted to be your own person.
I do not think so.
Yeah.
That's a big adjustment.
So
That
I
speaks
had
to you being independent and
Yeah.
providing.
Yes. So
for
I
your
had to
child.
I had to really sit down and
Map your
go
life.
to the drawing board and say, this is what my 5 years future me would have planned, and now I have somebody else I'm catering for,
Some changes.
and I've got a couple of changes I need to tweak this
Yeah.
and that, and I have to change my boards to accommodate my child.
And you did.
So I did that. I have a job now.
Yeah.
Hey,
man. It's not everyone in this economy that gets it. Yeah.
So I also think that came with losing myself, because I'm one of those people that like perfection.
True.
If I am putting my mind to something, I need to achieve it.
Yeah.
So the switch between things really took a toll on me.
I have a quote on that. Go on.
Yeah. You can search,
Guys, no, I wrote it down.
Yeah, but it was something like having to figure out what career prospects I can dive into.
Got
how
it.
I can throw it in there.
Let's hear it.
So it says the plan was simple.
Yeah.
Finish school, find a job, get married at 25. But now I don't understand anything anymore.
Bro. Yeah, it is.
It was simple.
Yeah.
Go on.
It's always been simple.
Yes. Elena in a simple.
It was. After this is this is this, then that.
Dreams, though, and we want them.
But that's true. I think even when you don't have a child, I think you guys also go through this.
Yes.
Like, even if you don't have a child, you have to sit down and still remap. You still have to redirect your plans.
I cannot put a point on how many times I remap. It's like every day I sit down and I'm like, where am I today?
Where am I
True.
Where
headed?
do I want to be tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, guys, it's stressful, but hey.
It doesn't just happen when you have a baby.
Yeah.
So even as you grow, you see this thing that I really wanted back 2 years, 3 years ago, it's not exactly the same.
Ambitious
goal.
much.
You know what I'm saying?
I cannot take it.
No, but it's like realities to get you realize as you go, and it's like,
and I think the veil unleashes itself as you grow older.
So let's speak on societal support.
Yeah.
I think you have touched on it.
Yeah.
You've gotten a lot of support from your parents.
Yes. Truly.
You've gotten a lot of support from your friends.
And also like people normalize things so easily nowadays. So if you're seen walking around with a baby and you're young, nobody really says anything.
That's
They just
true.
keep
Partly
quiet.
because they don't give a
They're just
damn.
minding their own
Like
business.
people
They're like,
have
that's your
bigger,
life.
better things to worry
It's
about.
like it's whatever.
That's
They
true,
might
that's
talk about it
true.
like, that young girl has a baby. It's just for that
It's
moment,
no longer
and then
there.
it
It
goes.
used to be there back then, but now it's
So
like. But then, because now society doesn't talk about it, where now, what can you say about it in your own opinion to say, Hore, it's happening? Many young mothers.
guys,
And
don't
it's
do
like
don't
it's a
do that.
trend.
Don't do that.
They shouldn't.
No, don't do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this in the most honest, most open, and most authentic way.
Yeah.
Figure yourself out, please.
Season mode.
Oh, thank you. Is that mine?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, girl.
I got you. I got you.
Like, please, and I'm begging you, figure yourself out. And I know things don't pan out. You plan, God decides.
That's true.
But if you can reevaluate everything, if you want to get your contraceptions, which is somewhat a bad idea because contraceptions will mess up your body, find ways to navigate things instead of just jumping.
It's also like
You
being
know.
open to learn. Don't be scared to approach
Yes,
clinics.
thank you.
Don't be scared to approach people who've been there.
Yeah.
Talk to them, approach them. Know more before you
Yeah.
step into it.
And know the society. Like, know the young mothers. Know what they have to say.
When you
know
talk about
how
young
they
mothers,
feel.
I love that actually. Please, guys, if you're a young mother or
Yeah.
if you've been a mother, you are about to become a mother, feel free to comment.
Yeah.
Share your story.
Share your experience.
You
understand?
Let's be united. Share your
Yeah.
experiences because your experience may be huge help to someone out there.
Yeah, that's
We'd
true.
love
I
to
think
see that.
that
So,
actually
yeah.
speaks on you guys debunking some of the misconceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true of being a young mother.
Yeah.
But it's actually crazy because our parents gave birth to us really young, hey?
Yes.
I don't know.
Where did the
know.
roles switch
I
to
actually-
Have really
us
switched
being different
big
when we are
time.
young parents?
But I
Yeah.
also think like women got very in touch with their careers. Like, excuse me.
True.
Yeah.
Women are not about to have babies before they're financially stable.
It's like
Back then, a woman would just sit in and were like, okay, no,
and
my
also it's
man
like
will bring
tradition
money.
really, really repressed them to be like, you are a
Culture
woman
has changed.
at whatever age, you have kids, have a husband, and that's it. But now
Yeah.
it's like
Things have changed.
generations are changing.
Things have really changed.
And
like,
also, as a female, you look at other females out there, women who are in parliament, women who are ambassadors. You're like, you know what? I want to be that one. day."
yeah,
Hey,
that's
so
true.
With the modern days coming up, with the tradition being not really overshadowed, but it's like we are more alert.
Yeah.
When it's a rabon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Facts.
We want to be more
Facts.
than what our parents were back then.
Yeah.
In education.
Yeah.
So I totally agree. Culture has changed. Societal pressures keep changing. They will forever change. Change is the essence of a human being.
Sure.
So it will continue to change. Like,
will, definitely will.
whether gompieno e tla be e le gore, you shouldn't have a kid o le monyane.
Hey.
Next thing it's going to be, you have to have, like, I've actually I interacted with this 30-year-old at a salon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's random conversations that
telling you,
actually build
they bring
you.
so much light.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
like, oh, okay, I didn't know this.
She was like, I don't know what happened, but we're talking about my kid.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love talking about my kid. He's
You
such a
don't know how
cute
it got
guy.
there, but it got there.
Yeah, it got there.
Guys, can I have some more juice?
So she was like, she wishes she had a baby when she was younger. So this is why I wanna show you like the different perspectives, right?
Yeah.
So she's in her 30s. She doesn't have a child.
Yeah.
Career prospects are going well though. She's got a car. She's got a house.
She's her own
Things
person,
are
like, she's
well.
achieved
Yeah.
what she wanted.
Yes, but the one thing she's missing is a child.
Yeah.
So it's not like, there's normally problems like fertility problems. It's not
But
that
it's not
they
that.
no, it's not that.
Yeah.
She's just missing that right
She
person
just
too.
feels like I wish I had a child when I was younger.
Yeah.
So the day of life that we're constantly living in, what we're living in now, is that our health is at stake.
True.
The things that we consume every day are at stake.
That's true.
What we eat
Health.
affects our bodies. So there was a research. By the time you're 35, 80% of your most viable eggs are gone.
Okay.
That's another
And that
thing,
speaks
like,
to us eating artificial foods.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes.
Noodles, your
Yes.
cheese,
Quick
your
stuff.
polony, your Vienna.
Yes. So
Apa
she,
morogo le palish?
yeah, my dear.
Mabele.
Yeah, so she tapped into that.
Yeah.
And I was telling her, I was so unready when I had a kid. I was
Yeah.
just in my own girl feelings. And she was
Yeah.
like, you did yourself justice. Because I'm approaching 35 and my doctor says I might not have a baby.
So that's crashing.
And she's like, I wish I could have sacrificed my youth.
To
Then,
have.
yeah.
So nowadays with women, it's like, I want to further my career, be stable financially, and now have children. But then in between, it's like, don't forget that as a woman, there's a point in time where you will not be able to conceive. You need to consider that. And also, we have these trends. if I have a child at a young age, I'll relate to them better. But then if I have a child at an older age, I'll not relate. But life is for me.
Hey,
There is no manual. You can relate to your child at any given age because we have children at different times, blessing from God at different time, different seasons. So whenever it happens, you will relate to your child regardless. You just have to be able to show up for them however you can. Be present.
You'll mature into it.
Exactly.
At that stage.
So different strokes for different folks.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, take it in and do what you may with it.
Absolutely.
I think as we conclude, we'd like to thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
We
well.
really appreciate you
Yeah,
being here.
I think you've been truly inspiring more than anything.
Yeah.
We explored your journey into young parenthood, the challenges, moments of pride, and personal growth. Because she spoke about it all. I think you covered it all for us. So thank you for sharing your story of love.
Pleasure is mine.
And resilience.
Thank
you know?
you. Thank you so much.
So guys, this is us from Young Heart Podcast. You better subscribe. One thing you better do. Subscribe
And share.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
For more heartfelt conversations, do best. Yeah. So stay tuned, stay young at heart, and stay blessed.
We love you guys. See you again, same time, same place.
Peace.
Of course, if you subscribe and that notification bell,
Yeah.
you will sure hear from us.
Peace.
Peace.